The dust swirled, a red-brown haze under the unforgiving sun. Lowak, barely a teenager, tasted salt sweat and tears blurring his vision. His bare feet pounded the parched earth. He pushed harder, lungs burning, his opponent a fleeting shadow ahead. This was Tekwanon, the ancient game of endurance, a test of spirit passed down through generations. Victory meant honor, defeat, unthinkable. But Lowak felt his strength fading, his ancestors' whispers turning to mocking laughter on the wind. He stumbled, collapsing onto the cracked earth. His opponent, a seasoned runner from a rival village, disappeared over the horizon. Lowak lay there, defeated, the whispers of his ancestors fading into the silence of the desert. Lowak's ancestors were storytellers, their voices echoing through the canyons of time. They spoke of a land where the earth throbbed with life, where spirits danced with the wind, and where their people lived in harmony with nature. Their stories, passed down through generations, were not mere tales but a lifeline to their past, their identity. They spoke of Tekwanon, a grueling test of endurance, not just a game, but a ritual, a connection to the earth and their ancestors. These stories were woven into the fabric of their being, their resilience in the face of adversity, their unwavering connection to the land that sustained them. Lowak carried these stories within him, a legacy etched onto his very soul. Years passed. Lowak grew, the sting of defeat fading but never forgotten. He left the reservation, seeking opportunity in the concrete jungle of the city. The city lights dimmed the stars, the constant hum of traffic drowned out the whispers of the wind. Yet, the stories of his ancestors lingered, a faint heartbeat beneath the chaos. He found himself drawn to a small park, a patch of green in the urban sprawl. There he saw them, children playing, their laughter echoing with a familiarity that tugged at his soul. They were playing a game, their movements fluid, their faces lit with the same fire that had burned in his ancestors' eyes. It was Tekwanon, not a perfect echo, but a faded reflection of the past. Lowak watched the children play, a bittersweet ache in his chest. He saw in their eyes the spirit of his ancestors, the same unyielding spirit that had allowed his people to survive centuries of hardship. But he also saw the shadows of assimilation, the slow erosion of their heritage. The city, with its allure of opportunity, threatened to swallow their traditions whole. The whispers of his ancestors grew more insistent, urging him to act, to ensure their legacy was not forgotten. He felt a responsibility, a calling to bridge the gap between the past and the present, to ensure the stories lived on. He approached the children cautiously, their laughter dying down as he drew near. Their eyes, wide with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension, met his. He introduced himself, his voice rough with disuse, and spoke of his heritage, of the land that birthed his ancestors, of the stories that coursed through his veins. He told them of Tekwanon, not just as a game, but as a testament to their ancestors' resilience. He saw a spark ignite in their eyes, a flicker of recognition, of belonging. He knew then the weight of his ancestors' expectations, the responsibility to ensure their legacy continued. Word spread through the community, whispers of forgotten traditions, of a connection to a past long ignored. Lowak found himself at the heart of a burgeoning movement, a reclaiming of their heritage. But their newfound unity faced opposition. A corporation, hungry for profit, set its sights on their ancestral lands, the very land where Lowak's ancestors had run the Tekwanon, where their stories were etched into the earth. The corporation saw only dollar signs, blind to the sacred ground they sought to desecrate. A storm was brewing, a clash between progress and tradition, between greed and heritage. Among the community, a young woman named Maya emerged as a beacon of strength. Her grandmother, a keeper of their tribe's history, had instilled in her the stories of their ancestors, the whispers of their guidance. Maya possessed a quiet strength, an unwavering belief in the righteousness of their cause. She saw the fight not just as a battle for land, but a battle for their very souls. She reminded them of their ancestors' resilience, their ability to overcome adversity. She became a source of inspiration, her spirit a rallying cry against the encroaching darkness. In the heart of a warrior, Lowak's resolve. Haunted by his childhood defeat, Lowak felt a familiar fear grip his heart. He saw the despair in the eyes of his community, the weight of their expectations heavy upon him. But amidst this, he also saw Maya's unwavering spirit, her belief in their cause. He remembered the whispers of his ancestors, their stories of courage and perseverance. He knew he could not let them down. He would honor their legacy not on the trek of Tekwanon, but in the fight for their land, for their very identity. He would run this race not for himself, but for his people, for their future. The battle was long and arduous, a fight waged in courtrooms and on the streets. The corporation, armed with lawyers and money, seemed insurmountable, but Lowak and his community refused to back down. They organized protests, their voices rising in unison against the injustice. They shared their stories with anyone who would listen, reminding the world of their history, their connection to the land. They used the very laws of the society that sought to erase them to fight for their rights. Their struggle became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unity and resilience. The day the judge ruled in their favor, a collective cheer erupted from the community. They had fought and they had won. Their ancestral lands were safe, their heritage preserved. Lowak, standing beside Maya, felt the weight of generations lift from his shoulders. He had finally outrun the ghost of his childhood defeat. He had found redemption, not in individual victory, but in the triumph of his people. The experience had transformed him, forging in him a new understanding of his heritage, of the power of community, of the importance of preserving their stories. In the aftermath of the victory, Maya approached Lowak. She held in her hands a small pouch crafted from deer hide and adorned with intricate beadwork. Inside, nestled among soft leather, lay a smooth, polished stone. "This is for you," she said, her voice soft but firm. "A reminder of the strength you carry within you, the strength of your ancestors." Lowak accepted the gift, his fingers tracing the intricate patterns on the pouch. He understood. This was not just a stone, but a symbol of their struggle, their victory, their enduring legacy. Lowak returned to the park, the stone a comforting weight in his pocket. The children were there, playing Tekwanon, their laughter echoing through the air. But this time, it was different. They moved with a newfound purpose, their eyes shining with the knowledge of their heritage. Lowak smiled. The whispers of his ancestors no longer sounded like accusations, but like songs of praise. He had helped keep their stories alive, ensuring that their legacy would continue to echo through generations to come. The future, though uncertain, was bright with the promise of resilience, forged in the fires of their struggle and illuminated by the wisdom of their ancestors.